Hello everyone. So this is the second video of the story The Rat Trap. I am not going through line wise, I am just going into the important parts. Okay, so now as we have seen in the video 1 that both the lady and the stranger, the peddler, they are moving towards the home of this owner. Who is the owner? The owner of the iron mill, Ramsey Iron Works, right? And when this man is going, he is getting some evil signs, evil forebodings. Now what he is thinking? Why the devil did I take that fellow's money? He thought, now I am sitting in a trap and will never get out of it. And he is realizing that I committed the crime and now I am going to the trap. The next day was Christmas Eve, and when the ironmaster came into the dining room for breakfast, he probably thought with satisfaction of his old regimental comrade whom he had run across so unexpectedly. First of all, we must see to it that he gets a little flesh on his bones, he said to his daughter. Means he is just instructing his daughter that please take care of this man properly, because he was my old friend, he was having a very bad time. So please take care of this man and let us do whatever we can do for this particular person. Then it is queer that things have gone downhill with him as badly as that, said the daughter. Last night I didn't think there was anything about him to show that he had once been an educated man. You must have patience, my little girl, said the father. As soon as he gets clean and dressed up, you will see something different. Last night he was naturally embraced. The tramp manners will fall away from him with the tramp clothes. So now this father is saying that wait, let him take the bath and let him, clean up all these things, let him dressed up properly, then you will see that this man is really a gentleman. Let's see whether this is a gentleman or not. Just as he said the door opened and the stranger entered. Yes, now he was truly clean and well dressed. The valet had bathed him. Valet means that personal assistant, means the servant probably. Cut his hair and shaved him. Moreover, he was dressed in a good looking suit of clothes and which belonged to the ironmaster. He wore a white shirt and a starched collar and whole shoes. So remember all these details for the short questions, MCQs. But although his guest was now so well groomed means cleaned and everything is fine, good enough, the ironmaster didn't seem pleased. He looked at him with puckered brow, means with a kind of expression that not happy at all, okay, confused. And it was easy to understand that when he had seen the strange fellow in the uncertain reflection from the furnace, he might have made a mistake. But that now, when he stood there in broad daylight, it was impossible to mistake him for an old acquaintance. Now the ironmaster is sure enough that this is not my old friend. I have done a mistake last night. What does this mean? He thundered, means he shouted. The stranger made no attempt to dissimulate, means the stranger is now, not trying to hide anything, because he knows that this is going to happen with him. He saw at once that the splendor had come to an end. Splendor means all this luxury and everything, it is coming to an end now. The stranger made no attempt to dissimulate. He saw at once that the splendor had come to an end. It is not my fault, sir, he said. I never pretended to be anything but a poor trader, and I pleaded and begged to be allowed to stay in the forge, but no harm has been done. At worst, I can put on my rags again and go away. And he is saying that, sir, it was not my fault. You insisted, you sent your daughter, that is why I came, and I have not committed anything here also. And if you want me to put on my rags, means my old clothes again, and leave your clothes, that also I can do, and I can go away. Well, said the ironmaster, hesitating a little, it was not quite honest either. You must admit that, and I should not be surprised if the sheriff would like to have something to say in the matter. Sheriff means police, an officer of the law. So, shall I call the police now? He is giving threat. The tramp took a step forward and struck the table with his fist. Struck means a kind of sound, okay, with the fist. Now I am going to tell you, Mr. Ironmaster, how things are. Now he is emotionally charged. Okay, he said. Now the same philosophy, see, this whole world is nothing but a big rat trap. All the good things that are offered to you are nothing but cheese rinds and bits of pork set out to drag a poor fellow into trouble. And if the sheriff comes now and locks me up for this, then you, Mr. Ironmaster, must remember that a day may come when you yourself may want to get a big piece of pork, and then you will get caught in the trap. So, he is again explaining the same thing, that it was you who ultimately created the trap. I said to you that I am comfortable in this factory, I am comfortable in this meal, but you insisted, you sent your daughter, then I came and now you are giving this kind of threats. The ironmaster began to laugh. That was not badly said, my good fellow. Perhaps we should let the sheriff alone on Christmas Eve. But now, get out of here as fast as you can. So, I am not going to call the police. You can, but you should leave as fast as you can. But just as the man was opening the door, the daughter said, I think he ought to stay with us today. I don't want him to go. And with that, she went and closed the door. So, the daughter is a kind of, coordinator between these two characters, the hero and not hero actually, the protagonist and the antagonist here. That the ironmaster is not giving the permission, but the daughter is trying to make a kind of solution over these emotional situations, and she is saying that, please father, let him stay for that Christmas Eve. What in the world are you doing? Said the father. Why? The father is asking. The daughter stood there quite embarrassed and hardly knew what to answer. That morning she had felt so happy when she thought now how homelike and Christmassy she was, not get away from the idea all at once, and that was why she had interceded for the vagabond. And interceded means trying to make peace. So, she was a kind of girl who is really trying her level best in order to have a kind of good atmosphere during this Christmas celebration, because Christmas is a festival which is celebrating peace, love. So, let us see whether the father is giving the permission or not. The ironmaster, I am just leaving this one paragraph. The ironmaster mumbled something in his beard. He could not bring himself to oppose her. It was all a mistake, of course, she continued, but anyway, I don't think we ought to chase away a human being whom we have asked to come here and to whom we have promised Christmas cheer. And now the daughter is just requesting to the father that we have offered him the food and everything, the Christmas celebration. Now you are saying that please get out of our home. So, this is not at all good, my dear father. We should keep this man with us at least for the Christmas. The father, you do preach worse than a person. Person means those who are preaching in the church. Said the ironmaster, I only hope you won't have to regret this. And the father is giving threat to the daughter that, okay, whatever you are saying I am going to accept, but you should not regret whatever decision you are taking for this man. I don't trust him. This is completely your risk. You are responsible for whatever going to happen to us. The young girl took the stranger by the hand and led him up to the table. Now sit down and eat, she said, for she could see that her father had given in. The man with the rat trap said not a word. He only sat down and helped himself to the food. Time after time, he looked at the young girl who had interceded for him. Why had she done it? What could the crazy idea be? Now the man is thinking that why this girl is, helping me. After that Christmas Eve at Ramzo passed just as it always had, the stranger didn't cause any trouble because he did nothing but sleep. So, the stranger was just sleeping over there. The whole forenoon he lay on the sofa in one of the guest rooms and slept at one stretch. At noon, they woke him up so that he could have his share of the good Christmas fare. But after that, he slept again. It seemed as though for many years he had not been able to sleep as quiet and safely as here at Ramzo. So, the man was moving here and there throughout the country for these, for the thievery and begging and all these things. So, now he is getting a good comfort level here. So, he is just sleeping and sleeping. In the evening, when the Christmas tree was lighted, they woke him up again and he stood for a while in the drawing room, blinking as though the candlelight hurt him. But after that, he disappeared again. 2 hours later, he was aroused once more. He then had to go down into the dining room and eat the Christmas fish and porridge. Now they are celebrating the Christmas like this. Okay, he is coming out and he is again going into the room. He is just taking his dinner and he is sleeping. So, this man is taking huge amount of rest in this house because the father ultimately allowed the daughter to take care of this man, right. So, let us stop here, and in the video number 3 we will see that what kind of climax is waiting for us, right.